Facebook. Welcome to another session of Real Talk. I am your host, Chrishna Bowe, and today we will be talking to our women especially. I know that you're not used to seeing me on a Sunday, so this is a different time, but this is a special edition of Real Talk, and we're going to be discussing beauty and the inner beauty of a woman, the outer beauty of a woman. We're also going to be talking about a fantastic fantasy beauty show that is coming up in 1 week's time. And we have with us in studio the founder and the president of that show and Beautylicious Hair Supply Store, Mrs. Daphne Tynes Ewing. Welcome, Daphne.
Welcome. Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna be talking a lot today, ladies, about our, at Beautylicious, Daphne has a slogan that says, "Be your own kind of beautiful," and that is what we want to encourage you to do today. Be your own kind of beautiful. So before we get into that, I just want to say a thank you to my partners, those of you who believe in the show and who continue to support us. We appreciate it because without you, this couldn't happen. So I want to say a big shout out to Richie's Calypso down there in the Churchill Square. Richie's Calypso has been operating in Grand Bahama Island for over 40 years. They have everything that you need from size 0 to size 15. Yeah. So check out Richie's Calypso when you're in the area. They have all of your footwear needs. Also want to say a shout out to my girl, Bowe, down at Bullseye Car Rental. Ja always supports me in whatever endeavors we seek to do. She's about, helping to empower women and to encourage us. And of course, Bullseye Car Rental is the place to go if you need to rent a car, if you need to rent to own a car, if you need to purchase a car, go down to Bullseye Car Rental, and Jardinelle and Ramon Bowe will hook you up. Our last sponsor for the evening is none other than the Beautylicious Hair Mixer that is going to be happening next week Sunday at the Grand Lucine Resort. Everybody, it's going to be lit. We have Daphne in studio today, so we're going to tell you a lot more about it so that you can make sure that you go and purchase your tickets and be a part of what promises to be a spectacular event. Yep. Okay, so without any further ado, Daphne, let's talk.
Okay.
All right. Now, before we get into the show and all of the mechanics of it and what it's going to be about, we just want to really start by what I think would have been some of the inspiration for it, and that is we want to start off by discussing beauty. And so often as women, we do put a lot of focus and we do put a lot of emphasis on the outside. But I'm just going to, just to get the conversation started, I'm going to ask you a question. If I said to you, what is beauty, or what do you call a beautiful woman? What would you say?
Well, there's a few aspects of beauty, as we all know.
Yes.
And outer beauty is the first thing most people think of when we refer to the word beauty. Mm-hmm. And it is a significant role, but it's not the only role.
So when you think of, you say, I'm a beautiful woman, what does that say? When you say that about yourself, right? You would say you're a beautiful woman, right?
Most definitely.
So why do you call yourself beautiful?
Beautiful to me is confident.
Yeah.
At this age, I think when we're mature, we realize that beauty is not just skin.
Right.
It's deeper than that. It's a whole lot of layers to the word beauty.
Right. Well, that is true. And like Daphne said, so many times we think that beauty is only skin deep. We go to great pains. Women go to great lengths to make sure that they're looking fly on the outside, And Daphne knows this because she's in this business. And, we got the weave and we got the makeup. I'm just shocked at the amount of things that are on the market. Every time I think I know most of what we use, then there's something else. So like she said earlier, a lot of emphasis is placed on outward beauty, but I think that being a beautiful woman starts from the inside.
It actually, yes and no. Mm-hmm. It depends on the way you were brought up.
Right.
That plays a major role in the way you view what beauty is, and accepting oneself. Some young girls are fortunate enough to have parents that do not focus so much on the outer.
Right.
But if you take an average Bahamian girl,
Right.
and their parents telling them from very young, go do this, go do that, you need to look like your friend, or, I mean, we have to be very careful as females what we're telling our young daughters.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree because I have a daughter.
Yes.
And of course, you know, as they start to get older, she's 12 now.
Yes.
So she's starting to get into all the stuff, all the, you know, doing the edges and, you know, all the little different things, all the lip gloss. And, you know,
Right.
she's starting to come into her own as a young woman. And she and I have this discussion all the time. And I always tell her, it is beautiful to be beautiful on the outside.
Right.
I'm not hitting that in any way because I'm a woman that believes that you should take care of yourself.
Right.
And you should optimize what you have.
Correct.
Right? But, you know, I always talk to her and say to her that you have to be beautiful first on the inside.
Yes.
Because it's no use looking, I mean, you could look like $1,000,000 on the outside but be a terrible person.
Right.
And or you could be unfulfilled or unhappy. And like you say, unfortunately with society teaches us to focus on the material.
Yes.
And not the inner person, not the inner man, not the spiritual.
Right.
You know, so I agree with you 100%. And as mothers and as parents, we have to be careful that we do not put expectations on our young daughters. I say daughters especially.
Yes.
Because when it comes to being pretty, being beautiful, it's mostly women, right?
Right.
So we have to be careful about that because I know we have some myths, some misconceptions, I call them, about what being beautiful on the outside even is.
Correct.
And you know, I'm a light-skinned person, right?
Right.
So I know it may not directly apply to me, but there are so many women that feel like, okay, your skin needs to be lighter.
Right.
For you to be beautiful.
Right.
Or you need to have a certain type of hair for you to be beautiful.
Right.
You know, or you need to be a certain size for you to be beautiful.
Right.
And I just don't think that those things really embody who we are as a person. You know, they're byproducts. So it is, I like what you said about women being careful what we tell our daughters, you know. So we agree that the beauty begins on the inside.
It does, but we also must understand what it means on the inside too. Mm-hmm. Because I don't think a lot of people understand that. Okay. And to be beautiful means that you are walking in confidence, in grace, in, you know, in delight, yes. And how you treat others. Yes. That's very important to showing that you are beautiful, yes. That you understand what the true definition of being beautiful is. It is okay to tell another woman that she is beautiful. Yes. That's from the inside.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I like the point you made. I like the point you made that, you know, we have to love the skin that we're in.
Definitely.
And that's hard to do. On the real, that's hard to do. You know, we see these magazines, we watch these reality shows, and we think we're supposed to look like them.
Yes. So this is where the parent and what's going on inside of the home, mm-hmm. makes a huge difference, because there's always going to be social media, there's always going to be television, and the internet is right there, like at your fingertip. So we have to make sure that our kids understand that that is only for television. That's not
right.
real.
Right.
Exactly. When you peel back all that layer, then what?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, that was just a taste of where we're going with this. Now, before we continue, I want to focus on your hair mixer. And you're going to have to give me the correct title, Daphne, because I am saying fantasy hair mixer. Yeah. But am I saying it correctly?
It is a fantasy hair show mixer, which covers different, the word mixer means mm-hmm. that it's more than one. Okay. It's more than one thing going on in the show.
Okay.
Right.
So now that it's more than one thing going on, what are the more than one things?
Well,
what is going to be happening?
The Beautylicious Fantasy Hair Show Mixer is a combination of all the beauty professionals competing.
Okay.
It's a competition where
right.
barbers, nail technicians, makeup artists, cosmetology students, hairstylists come under one roof and they battle. I mean, a lot of people think that competition means that that person is better than you because they win, but no, that's not the only aspect of it. It just means that you're confident in your skill and you're okay with competing whether you win or lose.
Right. I don't like to lose, Daphne, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So you're going to have barbers who are going to be competing with cutting with different haircuts.
Well, it's a fantasy. So I think that's the first word that a lot of
Yes.
people need to dissect.
Okay.
Fantasy meaning it's not the type of stuff that you see every day. It's over the top. It's taking your imagination to a different level, like the type of stuff you see on the internet.
Yeah, on a catwalk.
Yes, exactly. Outrageous fantasy hairstyles, outrageous makeup, not the pretty makeup we see every day at a wedding or at a function, but a fantasy makeup. Something make believe as if though you were going in a movie. Like when you watch a movie and you see somebody get cut, that's not real.
Right.
Right.
And you're emphasizing that because you and I had a conversation and I was saying to you, like, I don't normally do hair shows and I don't normally do them because I'm thinking, I thought, and my thought was incorrect, obviously, that when you go to a hair show, and I guess there are those types, they're going to teach you how to fix your hair in different styles. And I'm like, okay, well, hey, I ain't really got no hair going on. I have one thing, so I don't need to go to that.
Right.
But you explained to me that it's not really about that.
No, generally when it's like that, it's usually called an expo. An
Okay.
expo is where you go to learn something. This
Okay.
is different from an expo. This is a showcase, a fantasy showcase, which is
Okay.
far from an expo.
Okay. So are your participants, are they all local?
They are all from the Bahamas.
Okay.
Not all from Grand Bahama.
Okay.
Different islands. Anybody from any island is welcome.
So how many islands do you have participating?
3 right now, and I wish it was more.
Right. Which three are they?
Nassau, of course, you know, Nassau, so brave.
Well,
Grand
of course.
Bahama, and Abaco.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Now, Daphne, when is the hair mix going to take place?
The hair mix is going to take place this coming Sunday, March 3rd, 2019, at the Grand Ballroom.
Okay. And what time is it? It's slated to
The
start?
doors open at 5 p.m. and show starts at 6 p.m.
Okay, so at 5 p.m., what happens between 5 and 6?
At 5 to 6, we have the vendors' booths. We have a lot of vendors in.
Oh, okay.
And you can go over and visit the vendors' booth. We do encourage everybody to come early because there's a lot you want to see before you
That's
actually.
why I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay, so when you say vendors, I need you to elaborate. Like, what type of vendors? What is it?
Some of the vendors are directly focused with beauty, and some are not. Like the Natural Ethics, they sell food, natural food, so they're one of the vendors as well. We have a vendors booth from Forever Wig, selling wig products,
So they'll have products out there on
and
display.
they'll have great discounts. All of them will.
Okay, all right.
We have True Beauty, which is also a makeup line. They also will be a vendor at the event.
Okay, all right. So there's a lot to see.
There is a lot to see and a lot to purchase to get great deals. So generally at an event like this, you want to take that 1 hour to have cocktails, maybe see everything that the show has to offer before you get into your seat.
Okay, all right. Awesome, awesome. Now, I want you to describe a bit of the ambiance, the atmosphere. You know, like last year, this is the second time, correct?
This is the second time.
And last year when you had the show, what type of, what type of ambiance, what type of crowd,
Oh
how's
my
the
gosh.
security going to be? You know, because you have a lot of people who they may say, oh, it sounds interesting, but I don't know the type of crowd, that's going to be out there, or I don't know if there's going to be sufficient security. Like, I'm that type of person. If I'm going anywhere and I feel like the security is not top notch,
Right,
I ain't going.
right.
Because I don't want to get caught up in any little altercation or
Right.
whatever. Right?
I totally understand. Ultimately, for me, I always pay attention to the venue. That
Right.
speaks volume,
Yes.
right?
Right.
When you choose, when a person is having an event and they choose a venue, they choose it according to the type of crowd they're trying to attract.
Right.
And generally, it's beauty professionals, and of course, they all already carry themselves in a certain persona.
Right.
And
Right.
so, most of the persons that will be attending the show will be their supporters or their family members. It's a very good, hyped crowd because anybody who's ever been to a hair show mixer before would know that it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of excitement.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
it just be so overwhelming.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I think generally the biggest hiccup for probably the men, they always think that, oh, only gay guys should go there. No. All of the gentlemen that were there last year to support their uh, family members and spouses, they will all be back again this year and bring in friends.
So contrary to what we're thinking, this hair show is not all women.
No, it's not all women because we have barbers.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
we have nail technicians, makeup artists.
Right.
It's very well rounded, very diverse from
Okay.
all ages as well.
Okay. So
So
if I wanted, for example, if I wanted to bring my daughter, would the atmosphere
I
be
would
conducive
definitely recommend you to bring your daughter.
to that? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what about the security?
Well,
I mean, Grand Lucane is a very a top-notch venue,
yes.
and I know that they have their rules and regulations. But will you have additional security as well?
The Grand Lucaya do not provide security, but
Okay.
I have security. I have actually very trained, experienced police officers. They
Right.
worked the first event and they will be working this event as well.
Okay, so not only is it going to be hyped and energetic, it's going to be safe.
Definitely safe.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Now, you said earlier that we're going to have some local people participating. You want to give us a little taste of who's going to be there? Or no,
I don't want to divulge that information
No?
just yet. No, that's the secret.
Right, right.
Yeah, that's the hyped. It's going to
Okay.
be very hyped. We have 16 contestants or competitors, I should
Right,
say.
right, right.
Yes.
Okay. Now, they do this in the hopes of, I know last year you gave away a lot of money.
Oh, Lord. It doesn't
So-
go without the money, you
Well,
know.
hey, you got to have some type of incentive. And if you have
Exactly.
people traveling from Nassau, I know Nassauvians, hey, when they coming to Grandmama, they coming to get something, baby.
They
ain't just
come to win.
Yeah, they ain't coming on slack.
Right.
So as it relates to prizes for the participants,
For
what
the-
are the prizes and what are the different categories that will be featured?
Okay, we have the barber division, and the winner, the cash prize is $1,500. The nail division is also $1,500 cash prize. The makeup is $1,500 cash prize. We have a student competition. One is $1,000, and the other division is also $1,000. Both of those are student divisions.
Okay.
And then we have the hairstylist, which is the big showcase.
The big kahuna.
That's the big showcase. It's
Okay.
literally they have to be on stage putting on a full showcase, and the cash prize for that is $5,000.
$5,000.
Right?
Wow. So some blessed.
Yes.
I won't say lucky because I don't believe in luck.
Okay.
Some blessed individual is going to walk away with $5,000.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And a
Wow.
trophy.
Okay. Now, knowing you as I do, Daphne, I was just wondering, are there going to be any other things going on, any other gifts or any other prizes for like the guests or those attending? I
Oh
know
my
we're going to
gosh.
get super discounts
Yes.
from the vendors that will be presenting their wares, but are there any other, things that are going to be going on
Well,
for those of us that are coming?
Well, I like surprises. I always have a little extra trinket going on that the audience doesn't know about, but I'll let you in on this.
Okay.
There are lots of door prizes. Oh my gosh. Last time we actually, I don't know if it was me, maybe it was, and I'll take full blame, forgot to give out the door prizes.
Oh my goodness.
So to make up for that, we actually given away more than a dozen door prizes.
Wow.
And they are phenomenal door prizes.
Okay, so you ain't just getting a $5 gas voucher.
No, the door prizes actually cost more than your ticket.
Okay.
So yes,
Okay.
I made sure that they were valuable
Okay,
door prizes.
and that's nice because you know sometimes when you win something, you want to feel like you
Exactly.
really want something.
Yes.
Okay, so we got a lot of prizes going on for
Yes.
participants and for all of the guests that will be attending.
Correct. I would
Okay.
also like to mention the sponsors. It is not easy putting on an event like this.
No, not with all of even I'm listening to you.
Yes.
You know the venue is certainly not cheap, and the prizes you've mentioned almost $10,000 alone
It's more
in
than
just cash prizes for the participants.
correct. So I'm very blessed to be in the beauty field.
Yes.
And so I have great vendors that I've built relationships with over the years. And I've been fortunate enough to ask them to support an event like this.
Okay.
And they all agree that they want to help. And so from each one of my vendors, they put out some of the door prizes, some of the cash prizes, and I will make up where I need to make up.
Okay.
I love Grand Bahama. This is my
Yeah.
city. I'm
Yeah.
not moving anywhere.
Right. Right. Now we want to answer. Someone asked a question, Daphne,
Okay.
and we want to address that because we have Cheryl on our Facebook feed, and
Okay.
Cheryl is interested in the information for the vendor booths
Okay.
because we're a week out, but you're still accepting vendors, I'm assuming.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. Yeah. How much? All right. Okay. So vendor booths. Who can she contact? Where can she go to get the information if she wants to be a vendor, or for anyone else that is watching that want to be a vendor for the show?
Okay. You can reach out at 242. It's my cell number. It's the show cell number.
242
646
646
4295.
4295. And we'll have our producer put that number on the feed as well so that Cheryl, you'll have that number to call. I know that Cheryl is chocolatess.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Oh, beautiful, locally made chocolate.
Oh my gosh, she should have been in a magazine.
All Bahamian made. Oh, awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So,
she should have been in a magazine.
This is a company that she and her daughter started. Her daughter was in high school, and it's amazing chocolate. They have different flavors, and it's all done locally. Cheryl Bartlett.
No, I don't know.
So it's called Chocolate Test for her daughter, who was the test,
Okay.
who's now studying abroad. But Cheryl continues the business. So Cheryl, contact Daphne, and Cheryl is also asking how much are tickets, and where can they go to get them?
Okay. You can get tickets at Beautylicious or Forever Hair, and the tickets prices.
Beautylicious is located where, Daphne?
Sorry.
We're gonna assume that not everybody knows where Beautylicious is or Forever Hair. So give us locations.
Yes.
And even numbers if you have them.
Okay. Forever Hair is located downtown in the town center mall, near the famous shoe store, John West shoe store, and the phone number there is 352-0006.
Okay. Okay, so that's Beautylicious as Forever Hair.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so you can get your tickets and you got the prices.
No.
What are the prices?
The prices of the tickets is $35 for general admission and $55 for VIP. We're almost sold out of VIP.
Now,
But general is very close, so.
Okay, now you know what my next question will be. What's the difference between general and VIP? Because that's
Okay.
I know it's a $20 difference.
Yes.
But what's the difference?
Extra?
Yeah.
In the VIP, you will be served champagne or apple cider, your choice,
Okay.
and hors d'oeuvres. Not to mention that you have front row seat to everything, so you're closer to the stage.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, guys, you know, I'm a VIP, so I'm going. I look for y'all in the VIP section. Okay. So that's good, and we want to say thanks to Tavara.
Yes.
Tavara, she chimed in and she also gave the information on the feed.
Oh, great.
So,
Thank you, Tavara.
for those of you who didn't get that information, you can check the feed and you have the cost of the tickets and everything there. All right. Well, that sounds really good. Now, you had a show last year.
Yes.
So this is the second show.
This is the second show, and we already started planning the third show that's going to be in Nassau, Bahamas.
So we taking this to town.
Well, the vendors request to take it to Nassau. They want me to put on a show in Nassau, so
Okay.
I have to honor that.
Okay. All right. So what would you say? I know whenever you do something for the first time,
Yes.
you know, there are little kinks and little
Oh
stuff like
man.
that. Anybody who's planned any type of event, this is the way it is. That's just.
Definitely.
So what have you improved on? Like, let's say for those who are watching who would have attended last year,
Yes.
what are they going to see different with this year's show as compared to last year's show?
You know, I how do they say? OCD when it comes to
Yeah,
planning.
yeah, you're like monk.
I have to have my hands on everything. And that sends me crazy, but I have to do it.
Right.
Because I always feel that nobody's going to do it like me. And if it's my baby, I need to nurture it.
Right.
For the first show, oh my gosh, very hectic. I know what I was getting myself into because I go to hair shows all around the world.
Right.
I don't think there's a hair show other than China that I
Right.
haven't been to as yet.
Right.
But it's very crazy planning and organizing. So this time I have a much larger team that's going to be helping me out with
Okay.
organizing the way things flow,
Right.
check-in points,
Right.
and just making sure that everybody is seated comfortably, and even the competitors are comfortable in their spots as well, so that they can work and function better.
And Daphne, one of the things I must say I love about you, you do whatever you do, you aim at doing it with excellence.
Thank you very much.
And you know, I think that's what we should.
Yes.
We should, whatever it is we do in life, we should always aim to do it with excellence.
Yes.
And I applaud you for that because
Thank
I
you.
just look even at everything. You know, you've got your store, the way you have it set up, and just I like that spirit of excellence that you continually display. So I just want to commend you for that.
Thank
and
you.
I want to commend you for really injecting into the local community. Because, you know, a lot of people are right now saying, I mean, it is so that, you know, the economy is not the best right now. And Freeport is kind of slow, but I'm happy to see that you have enough faith in the island to take this step.
Yes.
Because, and that's why we want everybody, we need you to come out and support because this is not cheap. It's
Not at all.
It's costing a lot of money.
A lot.
And I like I say, the spirit of excellence is being maintained by ensuring that all of the participants, you know, they ain't just, you know, sometimes you have shows or even little pageants and little things, and you know, they give out these jokey joke prizes.
Oh.
I just hate that.
Yes.
You know,
I
I'm
do
like,
too.
why even be a part?
So distasteful.
And then why even be a part? Because the competitors and the participants, they put a lot of effort into competing.
Correct.
So I was happy to see that Daphne has obviously gone the extra mile by ensuring that, listen, the people walking away with cold hard cash.
Yes.
I like that. Right? What they say, cash inside costs no fight.
Yes.
So, but all of that took a lot of money, and in preparation for the show, I am sure it was a very costly venture. So we want to encourage you to really come out and support your local businesswoman, and support your local beauticians, support your local barbers,
Yes.
support your local makeup artists, because you know, even though a lot of us are not artistic, we need these people. Ladies, you know, we need these makeup artists to keep us looking good, and we need all of the beauty stores for all of these products, and so we need to go out and support. So
Yes.
I'm gonna just, you know, encourage you to do that. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna have a quick commercial break,
Okay.
and then we will come back and we will talk a bit more about the show and also talk about the magazine.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so we still have more in store for you. Keep tuning in, and we will be right back.
Wow.
So, what's your fancy? Ladies, how about medium and wide with dress pumps, slingbacks, flats, wedges, sandals, tennis, nursing shoes, career kicks, and Crocs? Men, check out our dress and casual shoes, tennis, cleats, sandals, work boots, and water shoes. And for children, dress shoes, casual, school shoes, tennis, cleats, sandals, ballet, jazz, christening, and bedroom shoes. So complete your look at Richie's Calypso, your #1 family-friendly footwear store.
Shoes and beauty students, get ready for the largest hair show mixer in the Bahamas.
Beautylicious is hosting its second biannual hair show mixer on March 3rd, 2019 in Freeport, Grand Bahama, inviting everyone from all the family islands.
Prepare for a fun-filled night featuring fantasy showcase battles by makeup artists, nail technicians, barbers, braiders, professional beauticians, and cosmetology students.
Join in the fun on Sunday night while being entertained by singer Bohemian Trey.
And me, Renee Shantae.
Get your tickets now at Beautylicious or Forever Wigs.
Okay, ladies, we're back, and this has been it's been really fun talking to Daphne about the hair mixer and discussing what being beautiful is all about. Because today our show is Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful.
That's right.
Which is the slogan of our favorite local beauty store, Beautylicious. But I just think that's so awesome because as a woman, we need to be our own kind of beautiful.
Exactly.
We need to run our own race.
Yes.
We need to appreciate who we are and not compare ourselves. I think
nobody.
Right, and I think the comparison gets us into trouble.
Yes.
You know, so be your own kind of beautiful, ladies, and let's start from the inside as well. Because if you're pretty and you got stink attitude, ain't nobody like you. You know, you got to be nice.
You don't even like you.
No, you know, you got to be nice. The outside got to match the inside.
Yes.
And we do, like I say, go to great lengths to make sure that on the outside we are looking fine.
Yes.
And then the inside is just so empty.
Yes.
You know, we know that God has not called us to be that type of woman.
Correct.
God has called us to be beautiful as a whole.
Yes.
And I just want Daphne to recap the location, the time, the date, and the price of the tickets, and then we're going to go and talk a bit more about beauty as we discuss Daphne's magazine, Beauty. So Daphne, just push that information there one last time. Where's it going to be?
The Beautylicious Hair Show Mixer is this coming Sunday, March 3rd, 2019. It will be held at the Grand Ballroom at Our. Doors open at 5 p.m. Show starts at 6 p.m. The ticket prices for general is $35 and VIP is $55. And with the VIP comes wine or apple cider of your choice and hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres. So see, you missed that earlier.
I did?
You didn't. Yeah, you didn't say hors d'oeuvres. You said wine, champagne or apple cider.
Okay.
Okay. So all right. So we gathered information out there, and it's also on the feed if you want to share it with anybody. In fact, please share this video so we can get everybody coming to this show. I'm going to be there, ladies. Hey, I'm looking for you, okay? So just give me a holler and say, hey, you watch the show. So I'm excited. I told Daphne, to be totally honest, that initially I was like, I don't know. I'm not so into the hair shows. But the more information I got, the more she explained it. Now I'm actually looking forward to going because I'm looking forward to all the creativity with all of the barbers and the makeup artists and the nail technicians.
Yes.
So, and the atmosphere, like she said, it's high energy. You know, there's going to be a lot of people. The ambiance is right, ladies. We don't have to be afraid.
Yes.
So, we're going to go into, one last question, Daphne, I want to ask you. What inspired you to do the show?
Oh, wow.
We did not talk about that at all. What inspired you to do the show?
The experience of going around different countries and seeing the hair show mixers in other countries. And typically, we have so much beauty professionals here that perform, amazing hairstyles. Like in some of the showcases I've seen around the world, we do way better hairstyles.
Right.
Way
they ain't
better.
got nothing on us.
Exactly. And this is just, I wanted to give the Bahamian audience an opportunity to be exposed to that type of showcase, and also for the beauty professionals to have a place where they can unleash their creativity.
Yeah, because you don't get to do those type of hairstyles that you're referring to every day.
No.
You have to have this type of opportunity to be able to showcase that.
Correct, yes. And this is one of the reasons why the competitors are so excited. Their energy is over the top. Yes.
Awesome.
They're ready. Oh my gosh, they are ready.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Well, I had meant to ask you that for a little while, but it slipped me. So we're gonna go and talk a bit now about your magazine. Now, you launched a magazine last year.
Yes.
And I want to find out first and foremost, and the name of the magazine is Beauty. It's by Beautylicious, but it's all about beauty. and women.
Yes.
And the beautiful woman.
Yes.
And how can we remain beautiful, or how can we stay beautiful?
Yes.
So along those lines, I would like to find out what actually inspired you to start the magazine.
Oh, wow. That's an easy one. Every woman in the Bahamas is beautiful.
Yes.
Automatically. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. It doesn't matter your hair texture, your height, your job description, your title. None of that matters. Every woman in the Bahamas is beautiful, beautiful to me. I don't know how you feel about it,
Oh, no, I
or what
totally
your
agree.
sister or your brother might have told you, but every woman is beautiful in the Bahamas, and I just felt like we weren't showcasing that enough.
Right, right. Okay, so so you decided what you would do is you would get a magazine going.
Yes, and also to put on display so that we can see ourselves in our light. I think a lot of people need to be inspired, and that's one of
Right.
that's one of the issues why a lot of things aren't moving right now in the Bahamas as a whole, especially in Grand Bahama. I mean, people want to put it on the government, but it's nothing to do with the government. It's us. We have to deposit into this country.
Yes, yes. So when we had spoken off air about the magazine, you told me a lot more too about, you know, what inspired you, because I wrote an article for the magazine. So
Yes.
I just have a little sneak peek.
A big piece.
Right? I have a little sneak peek about what the magazine is about as a whole, as a whole. And you and I had spoken at length, and what you were describing to me was with the magazine this year, especially as
Yes.
opposed to the one that you published last year, you are catering to the whole woman.
Correct. I well, for the first magazine, everything was the outer beauty. As you know, I own a beauty supply store and I get girls very beautiful. So of course that was the
Right,
first
right.
magazine. And upon releasing the first magazine, I realized that I needed to touch and go a little deeper. So in the second issue is so much good read. So
Keep
it's so much good read. We touched more on not just outer beauty, but inner beauty. We did some very nice articles pertaining particularly to women, but men, don't worry. Next time we'll catch you.
Right. And what are
Yes.
some of those articles? Can you be a little bit more detailed?
Okay, we have an article with women's heart health that was written by Dr. Forbes. We also have an article by the famous Miss Chrishna Bowe on mental health. We have an article by Kayleen Newton. Everybody knows that she is a finance
Guru.
yes, correct.
Yes.
And ladies, we need to remember that we all need to get a grip on our financial
Freedom.
situation
Yes.
in life.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
those articles, please read the articles. They are very educational. All of the
Right.
articles are very educational.
Yes, and that's what I liked about what you said about the magazine. That it's not, and we do have advertisements from different businesses with products and stuff like that. But you also have different aspects of a woman's being,
Yes.
so that the article caters to the entire
Woman.
female.
Yes.
Not only the outward, but like you said, the inward.
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. And what I wanted to ask you, Daphne, when will we see this magazine?
The second issue of the magazine just reached the island on Thursday, and it will be made available at the event.
Okay. So you will be launching it at the Hair Mixer next week, Sunday.
Well, actually, the launch is on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, with
Okay.
the local news broadcasters.
Okay. All right. So it will be now, what is the cost?
The cost of the magazine this year is $10.
Okay, so it will be available for $10 at the hair show, at
At the hair
mixer.
show, yes.
Okay, now let's say I'm not going to the hair show. Where can I get this magazine afterwards?
Okay, after the hair show, the magazine will be made available at Beautylicious or Forever Wig, and in Nassau at Nicole's Beauty Supply.
Okay, and it'll be the same price, the $10.
It will be the same price plus VAT.
Right, right. So I see we have Alice, tuning in. Yes, the Mind, Body, and Soul Woman, right?
Yes.
Yes, Alice. The magazine deals with the mind, the body,
And the
and the
soul.
soul.
Yes.
And the soul. We even, and just how we said soul, we even have an article, just a little excerpt from Mrs. Outen.
Yes, from Pastor Outen, wife Nicole Outen.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Who's talking about the spiritual?
Yes, she spoke about the spiritual inner beauty, which is very, very important because
Very
we seem
important.
to move away from that so much in life, and we need to
Yeah.
really tap into our inner beauty. And we
Yes.
all have that inner beauty. There's a lot of ladies who feel that when their skin looks good or their hair looks good, that they look good. Yes, you do look good from the outside, but how do you really feel on the inside?
Wow, I see Nora saying that she saw the magazine last year and she gave it a 5 star.
Oh,
So
thank you.
Nora, the magazine this year, I'm gonna say, I already got a sneak peek, people, right? And the magazine this year,
It was fire.
yeah, and I told Daphne I love it because it can sit on the side of any magazine that you would
Yes.
pick up in the airport or
Yes.
when you go to Florida. It can sit on the side of it. And I want you to talk a little bit about that too, the quality of it.
Oh my. As you know, I love my country. Oh my gosh. I love my country. I am that type of patriotic Bahamian.
Yes.
So for me, the magazine was very costly. The first one, we gave those ones away because, again, when you're doing something for your country, for your people, and to empower other women, you want to make sure you put it out there. So the second issue that we're on right now, the magazine, even though it's for sale, the legwork I put into this magazine, wow. You guys, you just gotta get the magazine, read the magazine. If you thought the first one was good, that's a joke.
And what I love, Daphne, is I think it's if it's not 100%, it's like 90% Bahamian.
Oh,
because
definitely.
all of the reads, all of the articles, all of the beautiful photos, of the
Yes.
everything is Bahamian. So all local talent was used.
Yes.
And it really shows us that, like you said, you go in all different corners of the world, and we tend to think that foreign is always better.
Yeah.
When that's really not the case.
That's a misconception.
Big time. Big time.
A huge misconception. We took some of the magazines into the Bonner Brothers show last year, in the August issue of last year, and the magazine sold out. The prices at the Bonner Brothers show, I'm not going to tell you, but it was ridiculous.
Right.
And it sold out. People around the world wants to know what's going on in the Bahamas.
Right.
They were very intrigued with the magazine,
Right.
and a lot of people are following me on just to see what's going on with the magazine and ordering the magazine. There's a lot of Bahamians around the world that does not live in the Bahamas. I had to literally mail out magazines in China to Bahamians that live all the way in China, that lives in Canada. So it's growing. It's growing, and I want to hear from you ladies.
Right. So, Daphne welcomes your suggestions, your comments, because
Yes.
there's going to be a third magazine next year.
Definitely.
So, if there's anything that you feel that she missed or something that you want to see covered,
Yes.
Daphne's always at Beautylicious. You can always contact her there. And what I wanted to really emphasize, Daphne, with the magazine, with the show, with the whole topic of beauty is the fact that one of the things you told me with the magazine is that you just wanted to, and the show, you wanted to support your fellow Bahamian women.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that I want to draw home, because so often as women, we allow so many different emotions.
Yes.
Envy.
Oh.
There's a lot of envy,
So
there's
much.
a lot of pretense. And, instead of supporting one another, we can so often, unfortunately, tear one another down.
Yes.
And I know that Daphne said to me that, congrats on the magazine. We can spend $10 on absolutely nothing. So $10 to enhance and educate our Bahamian women.
Amen.
Angie said that. And
Thank you, Angie.
Yes, and that's very, very well put. I
Yes.
think $10 is a small price to pay. There is a lot of good information in it. And like I said, what I liked about what Daphne said is, we are supporting our local women. We are supporting each other because with unity, there's always strength. And I think as women, ladies, we need to we need to seek for that inner beauty within ourselves and really cleanse ourselves of some of the impurities.
Definitely.
Go before the Lord and really, really search ourselves so that we can now learn to support one another.
Yes.
And I think that's what I like what Daphne is doing. Because,
and it really makes us stronger.
It does, because here it is. I'm supporting her, she's supporting me.
Yes.
Right? For most of you who follow me or the show, you know that I have really been bringing a lot of awareness to emotional and mental well-being. And what Daphne has done, first of all, is she has, she approached me about putting an article in the magazine so that I can have yet another medium to educate my fellow women about the importance of being emotionally well.
Yes.
And then by me putting it in now, it enhances her magazine.
Correct.
So that the magazine can now be more of a success.
Valuable.
So women, we need to pull together. We need to support each other in our endeavors.
Yes.
And I think that'll be the first step for a lot of us becoming more fulfilled in the lives that we lead.
Yes.
And really tapping into that inner beauty.
Yes, definitely. The magazine, the sole purpose and the whole goal behind the magazine is to entertain, to empower, and to inspire, because everybody is at a different level in their life from where they need to either be. Some people need to be inspired, and we have an obligation and responsibility as women to be and to bridge the gap for some young ladies that probably don't have any inspiration. A lot of the young ladies right now around the Bahamas, they're crying out for our attention and for our help, and we have to help them. I know we think when our daughters reach 18, hey, we give them the boot, go out there and stand on your own 2 feet. Yes and no. We want to teach them to be independent, but we cannot just throw them out to the world. So we have to give them valuable foundation, some substance. And I know you all seen it all around the Bahamas and even outside of the Bahamas, where a lot of young ladies are struggling. They are literally struggling, and to the point where some of them want to take their lives. This is the highest rate I've ever seen of young girls that literally talk about suicide. I've in my days, I've never, not in my time, I've never seen it. Now, all of the young girls are talking about not looking good enough, not being good enough, and this magazine is to show them that you can be beautiful, but you must do it with integrity.
Right. And Daphne, I love that, because that's my heartbeat. And I realize that we women, we put so much on, I feel like a Scotch record, but we put a lot of emphasis on the outside.
We do.
We make sure that the outside is together. And a lot of times we're just dying inside.
We're
dying inside. We're not well.
Yes,
we're not well. And that is some of the things I touched on in the article that I wrote.
Yes.
About us first seeking to be emotionally well. And like Daphne said, it can start at a very young age.
It does.
There's a lot of things that are negatively impacting our kids.
Yes.
The social media, unfortunately, it has its good and it has its bad.
Right.
And one of the things I think it does do is it exposes our young women to a lot of other content.
Yes.
And it gives them a false perception.
A very false perception. And this is why it is so important for us to talk to our daughters. Yes. We have to talk to them and make them realize that that is make-believe. It's for TV. It's not real.
Oh, so Cheryl is saying, oh my God, I'm loving the young lady. Eh? You're the young lady that she's loving. She got to meet you.
No problem.
Yes. Yeah, you'll meet her. And also, Daphne, we have Angie chiming in. Hi, Angela.
Hi.
Angie's from OMG Couture.
Okay.
And it seems like she's interested in the booth as well.
Okay,
so
great.
Angela, you can contact Daphne. There's a number that we have on the feed, and I'll repeat it. It's 646-4295. There is still time for you to secure a booth.
Yes.
Correct?
We still have more vendors table.
Okay, so call her between today and tomorrow, I would say.
Whenever she feels.
Yeah, whenever you're able to, and you and her can further work that out.
Yes.
Okay, So I'm also want to say hi to, we have some people tuning in from Massachusetts.
Okay,
And then
great.
we have Agnes who's down there in Orlando. Like you said,
Okay.
Bahamians who live abroad.
Yes.
Agnes is a Bahamian that lives abroad.
I ship so many magazines
Yeah.
to Bahamians that live in the U.S.
So
and they
Agnes,
just, yes.
so Agnes, if you want, you know, you could contact Daphne those numbers to make sure you get your beauty magazine as
Yes.
well over there in Orlando.
Amazon will have the magazine next week, March 17th. Yes.
March 17th.
March 17th, the magazine will be available on Amazon.
Oh, Daphne, you didn't say that before.
It was shipping was a little crazy. The first issue. So the second issue, I had to set up an account, you know, with Amazon and provide the magazines for them so that other Bahamians around the world who's interested and want to know what's going on with their what's going on in the Bahamas.
So
yes.
after March 17th, I can go on and search
yes.
for the magazine, and
Yes.
it will be there, and I can put it in my cart and purchase it.
And purchase it, correct.
Okay, that makes shipping non-existent for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. I know that's so
Exactly.
much easier. 'Cause
Much
my book,
easier.
My book is on Amazon. Oh, she forgot. That was a very important
Oh,
detail.
I read that book. That was real great.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
thank you. Daphne always supports, and that is again what we're trying to get across, that we really need to support one another.
I think it's very important that we understand that it's just us. It's only me and Chrishna and you, and we have to support each other. At the end of the day, this is our homeland. We're not,
Yes.
well, I'm not leaving. Are you leaving?
No, I'm
No. So
hey, we right here together.
when you have an international company, and I'm not saying it to put anybody down, but when you have an international company that comes here in the Bahamas and it works out okay for them, they will stay and they will take. But when you have a local business that is here,
Exactly.
we're here to stay. And we have
Exactly.
to support each other. That is so
Exactly.
important. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. I don't think enough people getting that. I mean, let's just take, for instance, a foreigner comes here and they're doing good for a number of years. And then when they're not doing good, they pick up and leave.
They sure
They
do.
pack up their bags
They
and they leave.
sure do.
Right,
They
it's
sure
only
do.
me and you. So we have to support each other. If it's not something you really like the hair show, fine. But then there might be other stuff that's going on.
Right.
You should support your local
Yes.
Bahamian. And this is what's killing our businesses. We are killing ourselves by not supporting each other. I really appreciate Chrishna for even putting on a show like this. This is not easy.
No.
From a business perspective, I can definitely tell you, I mean, time, legwork, it's crazy. But she do it for the love and to
Yes.
empower.
Yes.
I believe that that's the most important thing.
It is.
When you guys read Chrishna's article, you're going to understand this lady has made herself absolutely vulnerable, complete transparency.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to get from her article.
Yeah, because, you know, like you said, Daphne, for me, I truly believe that the Lord has put us all here for a purpose.
Definitely.
And that whatever it is He's given to us, and He's given all of us
Yes.
some gift or some talent.
Yes.
He has not given that to us for us to hoard.
Exactly.
He has given that to us for
To share.
us to share.
Correct.
Because sharing,
Is-
you're helping somebody. You know, one of the reasons I've been very transparent with my journey, with what I experienced in the past, the anxiety, the depression, is because there's so many women suffering from that.
Yes.
And I feel that a lot of them just did not realize that, first of all, they weren't alone.
Yes.
And secondly, that someone out there like me.
Yes.
Because I said, you look at me, again, it's the beauty thing, right?
Yes.
You got your hair on fleek, you got your makeup on, and you can,
Yes,
oh,
but inside.
Inside.
What's truly going on inside of you.
Yes.
And it's not until you explore or you come outside of yourself,
Yes.
outside of that cap, because it's just a cap. It's just all
It's
it
a
is.
cap.
Exactly. So
It's a cap.
when you find your true beauty and you come from outside of that, then what? I'm the most beautiful woman in the world. I'm so sorry. That's just the way I feel.
No, girl.
Right?
No,
and
no,
it
go
has
ahead,
to do
go
with the
ahead.
way I interact with people, the way I share with people. And we all know that knowledge is power. When you get to that
Knowledge
point,
is power.
it is very powerful.
Knowledge is power.
Yes, and we must learn to be transparent with the ones who need that transparency.
Yes.
Now, of course, you know, we have an epidemic going on in the world with women where women like to tear down women. But we're going to change that in the Bahamas.
Yes.
We're definitely going to change that. We're going to start putting women on pedestals.
Yes.
Okay, that's what we need to start doing.
Yes.
And we're going to get better. And we're going to put our daughters on pedestals. We're going to put other young girls on pedestals.
Yes.
And we're going to let them know that they are worthy. This is
Yes.
very important. I think
Yes.
this is why the young girls are losing their value. We are to take some responsibility.
We have to, because we're that generation
That
before them.
Exactly. These
You
are
know,
our daughters.
Yes, and you know, the Bible speaks of that as the, I mean, not that we're older, Daphne, but you know, the Bible says as older women,
Yes.
it is our responsibility to train the younger ones.
Exactly.
And it's what we inject into them
Yes.
that is going to help them be who they are called to be.
Yes, and so I'm asking you all out there who have very great content to deposit into the magazine your content that's going to either entertain, inspire, or educate another young girl.
So she's open, and there you have it, ladies. And gentlemen, if we have a few gentlemen in, listen, I'm seeing some of the comments, but you know your girl Chrishna can't walk and walk and chew gum. But Alice, I see you. Thank you for tuning in. Melissa and Cheryl, thank you for your kind comments, along with Angela. And then we had Tavara tuning in. You let my old schoolie, you's old faithful gal. Thank you. Thank you for supporting Real Talk. And Daphne, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I think out of the entire thing, what we can get from this show, from this particular show, is that we really, as women, need to learn to now support one another as opposed to tearing one another down.
Correct.
No need for me to envy you.
Yes.
No need for you to envy me. Why?
Yes.
Because I'm my own kind of beautiful.
Exactly.
And you are your own kind of beautiful.
Thank you.
So I hope that I hope the message was clear.
Yes.
And I hope that you do go out and support Daphne, because listen, we always complaining, right? Me included. Everybody ain't got nothing to do. Well, here you go. You got something to do.
Yes.
And it is this coming Sunday. It is the hair mixer. Like I said, I'm excited. I'm going to be there, guys, in the VIP section. So y'all will check me out over there. And I'm looking forward to seeing the creativity and the artistic ability that we have here in this little Grand Bahama land.
Yes.
Also for those who are coming, also for those who are coming from Nassau, hey, we can give you a good welcome.
Oh,
and we ain't looking for you to take back that prize, but we can give you a good welcome. So we want you to come out next week to Beautylicious Hair Mixer. 5 p.m. the doors open. You want to be there at 5, Daphne, because like you said, you have a lot of vendors, and I think you got 2 from this show today.
Thank you.
So it keeps going, and so you're going to have lots of opportunities to purchase and to see what's available there. Because, I mean, even though we are talking about inner beauty, ladies, you know, we still got to be on fleek.
Yes, of course.
So we're saying you don't need your stuff.
Hey, and that's the thing I love about Bahamian women. When they step out, they show out.
You understand? So
OMG.
So y'all show up, okay? Show up on Sunday. I see Queenie tuning in as well. Thank you, Queenie. And Tavara's tuning in. Tavara's also a contributor to your magazine, correct?
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Tavara is an amazing woman, a powerhouse, I would call her.
Right.
Yes.
There again, we have another woman doing great things and empowering her fellow Bahamian women.
Yes.
So on that note, and we want to encourage you to purchase your magazine. So come with your $10 next week. The beauty magazine is awesome. It has articles by myself. It has articles by Kayleen talking about financial freedom. And then articles from Dr. Forbes.
Yes.
Great information.
Yes, excellent information.
So Daphne Tynes Ewing.
Yes.
Listen, I just love your spirit.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love Daphne and I always have good talks. We always have good conversation, because I think she and we have the same heartbeat for women, even though they're in different areas. You know?
Of course.
You know, so thank you for coming.
Yes.
And being a part of Real Talk. And go purchase your tickets. Beautylicious, Queens Highway, Forever Hair, downtown. $35 regular seating, $55 VIP seating. And I will see you there by God's grace next week, Sunday. Thanks again. East Sunrise. Thanks again for tuning in. We are going to have our regular scheduled show this coming Thursday. So Thursday at 9:30, we're going to be continuing our hot discussion about love and sex and intimacy. So, it's been so hot now. This is going to be a third. We've already done 2 segments. It's going to be a third segment.
Wow.
So tune in on Thursday, 9:30. Please share this video. Comment. Let's get this going.
Yeah.
Let's like Daphne said, let's empower each other.
Yes.
And let's spread the love and share the empowerment. So
yes.
Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday and see you next week.
Wow.